This is Terrence Kyle with MTech Roofing Systems doing a roof inspection on 1814 Chasewood Park Drive. First thing I'm looking for up here is the overall condition of the roof, the shingle, and the components themselves. Also, while I'm up here, I'm going to be looking for storm-related damage, such as what I have marked up right here. Because this is a 3-tab shingle, these are more prevalent to become wind damage. Once that shingle becomes more pliable, it gets lifted up in the wind, and then eventually what you see right here is crease shingles. And a lot of times what happens is after they crease, they never seal back down and they blow off in the wind. Fortunately, you don't have any wind blown shingles, but you do have some wind crease shingles. So after inspecting the roof, I've inspected the front slope. This is the northern slope, so 9 times out of 10, you really don't have a whole lot of wind-driven rain or wind coming in from this direction. I've looked over the entire front slope and haven't really found a whole lot of damage or any issues with the front slope other than some minor blistering going on, which is because it has a lack of ventilation. This roof is being ventilated here by 4 box vents and just isn't substantial for the amount of attic space that you have. Now, as far as the left slope, like I said, I've inspected this slope here. I've seen 3 wind damage shingles here. And then as far as what I have marked up over here, notice that you have some rusted nail heads. Now, going over here, I've inspected this slope as well. You can tell there is no wind damage shingles on this slope. However, this component, this HVAC vent stack, is becoming very rusted. So definitely wanted to bring that to your attention, because it is a slight concern, but it's not the biggest concern. You got some more rusted nail heads. I've inspected this slope as well. This is also a stained slope, which is generally not prevalent to have any wind damage. You have 1 pipe boot down there that looks to be in okay condition. Of course, the roof's getting a little older, so along with the roof getting older, all the components are going to be getting older as well. Now, after looking at the components here, I have looked at all the box vents, and what I do is I run a piece of chalk over it. I didn't run a piece of chalk over all the box vents, but I ran a piece of chalk over the left and the far right over there. As you can tell, there's no dents. There's 1 dent here, but after marking up the one on the far right side, those dents are just not consistent with hail. During my inspection, I also mark up your, whether this is an exhaust vent of some sort. I'll mark up the rain cap here, and this is gonna also show me whether hail hit the roof or not. Seen some minor dents on here, but these are super small dents. Like I said, not significant, or it doesn't show me that a lot of hail has hit this roof. While I was up here, also started noticing some major blistering here. This is in certain areas, which may be due to a different insulation level in the attic. Up here, you got some worse blistering going on than what you see over the entirety of the roof, but the areas where you're seeing blistering is majority on the back slope here. And then as far as wind damage, the rear slope has seen most of the wind damage on the roof. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you have 10 wind damage shingles back here. As far as the blistering, is it going to be a big issue? Not a big issue, just shows us that the roof is having a lack of ventilation and isn't being ventilated properly, which in turn you start seeing blistering. As far as the wind damage, it's not the worst that I've seen. It's not the best roof I've seen. So do I think that the insurance would cover this? It's really subjective, because what they're going to say is that these shingles could potentially be repairable. You may be able to repair these shingles. However, if you got to lift this shingle up, you have to get the nails out from right here, and you have to get the nails out from the headboard of this shingle above the damaged shingle, which in turn could crease these shingles above, leaving, instead of 1 damaged shingle, now you have 2 damaged shingles. So definitely there's always an opportunity. I don't think we have the best shot at it, just because we only have 13 to 14 damaged shingles total. But I'll get down, show you this video, and we will go from there. All in all, roof looks to be in okay shape. You're seeing some rusted nail heads, some rusted components, but chimney flashing looks to be okay. Siding looks to be okay, so I'll get down and go from there.